South Africa, home to 21,000 plant species, sporting many protected biomes and known for its unique flora and fynbos, is the third most biologically diverse country in the world. No wonder then that South Africa's essential and vegetable oils are in high demand in major economies like the United States of America, Europe, and the United Kingdom, with growing demand in Japan, Canada, South Korea, and on the African continent. Essential and vegetable oils are used by flavor and fragrance industries to create flavors for food and beverages, perfume compounds for cosmetics, household products, and fine fragrances, among many other applications. The time for South African producers to export has never been more favorable.
The global market for these oils is huge, and we are still lagging behind in meeting that demand.
Probably a decade ago, South African oils weren't very well known. They have become more well known overseas, and I think a lot of the buyers overseas now realize that our quality is just as good as anywhere else. Efficient, our prices are competitive. So I'm very positive about the export potential of South African oils, and that would be essential oils and vegetable oils as well. And I think we're fortunate to have quite a diverse flora in South Africa, where you can't find it anywhere else in the world.
South Africa has the potential to become a major supplier of indigenous, essential and vegetable oils. The way to make this a reality is by ensuring compliance with standards and independent, internationally acceptable verifications of compliance. Currently, only a fraction of the world demand for essential and vegetable oils is produced in South Africa and exported to regional and international markets. With such high potential, what is preventing South African farmers from exploiting this opportunity?
We have faced quite a lot of challenges, and I think the key one has been the quality issues, understanding what quality the customer is asking for and ensuring that we are producing that right quality.
Consistency of production, consistency in quality of goods and compliance to standards and good agricultural practices are key requirements of the export market. Thus, careful control of all phases of cultivation, processing, storage, and transportation of the essential and vegetable oils value chain is crucial. To do this requires a good understanding of the supporting role of quality infrastructure through standards, metrology, accreditation, and conformity assessments such as testing, inspection, and certification. Soil preparation lays the basis for product quality, crop yield, and resource utilization. Soil sampling and analysis can therefore help to ensure that soil conditions are sufficient for crop and seed needs.
But you mustn't think that a lavender is a lavender, a geranium is a geranium. It is crucial that you understand that you're starting with the correct genetic plant material when you get into essential oils.
Then when you do a soil test analysis, you are able to see what the soil is able to do on its own and what you need to do in order to feed it to get optimum results.
We always advise farmers, first of all, what do you want to plant? And then they say, I want to plant this. And then I say, what type of soil do you have? They say, I have this type of soil. I say, well, I agree with you. I will come and then look at the seeds and see the variety that is, whether it is compatible to that soil. But the soil, we must take it to be tested.
Compliance and monitoring of adherence to the required produce or quality management standards, best practice certification, and safety regulations are obviously important.
We primarily are involved in organic production, so we have to have organic certification. That's an annual process, an annual inspection that gets done by an independent certification agency. And in our case, we certify our product to both EU organic standards as well as the American National Organic Program.
Accredited testing and certification services provide the required confidence of compliance to the various standards and regulations. The timing and correct harvesting of essential and vegetable crops is paramount to the character, quality, and yield of its production.
We ensure that the quality of the harvest, firstly, we do training for our harvesters. So they know exactly what to look for. For instance, they know that they won't get like morula from a goat crawl or something because it smells. So that's how we ensure that the quality right from the beginning is correct.
Depending on the crop, the harvested materials should also be distilled as soon as possible after harvesting. In processing and subsequent storage, managing risks such as contamination and exposure to adverse conditions that may impact the quality of the oil produced would be important.
So we take all the factors in mind. So first of all, we look at the product when we start harvesting the product. You don't want the product to stand still for a long time or get mold, things like that. So those are the things that you completely phase out. Then the next thing that you do is when it comes into your plant, you want to process it as quick as possible. The vegetable oils is a little bit different than your essential oils. But with your vegetable oil, yes, the product can stand a bit longer, but on your plant material, like your Licrasium or your Artemisia afra, those things you want to put into your pot as quick as possible to process.
Once distilled or pressed, the oils need to be tested in readiness for selling. Testing of the oil quality plays an important role in the ultimate price that would be paid for the produce.
Having your oil tested is relatively simple and straightforward. You tell the lab what you want tested in compliance to your demand, and they test it. If you comply to the demand, the specification, then you're fine. If you don't comply, you can't sell.
More and more social standards with a focus on sustainable farming, the prevention of child labor, the reduction of global warming and other environmental and social protection matters are becoming a requirement for the export of essential and vegetable oils globally.
From Euca Forest's point of view, we are very big on social impact in our area. And, we enjoy being able to tell our clients what we're doing. And it's something that we've always done.
Compliance to required standards facilitate the acceptance of essential and vegetable oils produced in South Africa for export.
The market does require certification. The rest of the world, I think they're going the certification route. They want products that are clean, products that are green, products that have a social story to it, that benefit beyond us as the business, that benefit the bottom of the pyramid, as it were. And with the different certifications, the product or the prices, there's a certain premium that you attract, above the standard selling price. The certified product itself pays for the certification. It's more for us to control the quality. But when a customer receives the oil, they will send it to an independent lab which has got some accreditation.
There is no doubt that standards, metrology, accreditation and competent testing, inspection and certification results play a major role in the crop yield and the quality of essential oils. Ensuring adherence to these required standards means people living abroad can also share in South Africa's rich biodiversity through its precious essential and vegetable oils, generating greater revenue for local producers and making the world a more fragrant, flavorful place for everyone.